Hi all. So what you've all been waiting for, I'm dropping the second part of my American War of Independence collection. The Americans from Pendraken, the Americans for Camden. So this is my American force. This is the complete order of battle for Live Free or Die. For the American force for Camden. I still haven't set up a game yet against a solo game against the British. I'll get there at some point, but life's kind of been in the way. But this, here, and I need to really spread out the room a bit. But here are the Americans, and again, all Pendraken figures. And roughly, I think based up in their regiments here. So you can see and there's maybe a column marching in. You can see here most of the force, and I tried, a bit historical. Most of the force is set up of the militia in the center, and all the militia units. I used a lot of different Pendraken codes for these, for the militia in the middle, and tried to paint them differently, best I could do with some of these. And then in the center, you have really the core of the Continental Army, the best units, which was the regulars from Maryland and Delaware regiments. I don't look too closely at the flags. I tried to use militia flags and I tried to use regular flags. I tried to be as accurate as possible, but some of them are just, used what I had. So there, I think that's the Virginia. And, here's the commanders. I think that's still Calb. The Cab, commanding the militia. And then in the back, you got the man himself, Gates, who I think ran from this battle. There in the background with the regulars. Again, the reason why I chose Camden, because it wasn't because it wasn't the largest of battles. It's kind of in the medium range as far as the book is concerned. I've also, as a kid, I visited Camden with my dad, and then, like I said, of course, that I know ahistorical but really cool scene in The Patriot about the Battle of Camden. And then also because of, I think it's shows pretty interesting situational difficulties, because you had the American army, which is bigger, but again, full of this militia. And how's the militia going to hold? And only a few regular troops, the real core of the trained army, can probably stand head to head with the British. But, very few of them. Are they going to concentrate on the flanks? Here's some of the cavalry. Are they going to concentrate on the flanks, or are you going to put them in the center? Then the militia has to hold the flanks. So, and how are you going to keep this army in being and win this, maybe try to change the results historically and win this battle. The Americans took a lot longer to paint than the British, just because I think the British are funner to paint, but also, yeah, because just the Americans, you had so much militia. I mean, most of the force is comprised of militia. So, I tried to, like I said, give these all different kind of looks, different kind of uniform colors, as opposed to the British, which were, at least the units themselves were all similar uniforms, and even the regulars. I tried to vary them up a little bit more. I guess you can't see as well in that unit. I tried to vary them up a little bit more, for the Americans, less organization with clothing. There's some of the artillery. I think these are the three-pounder gun right there. And then the larger, I don't know if I got the carriage right. I have some pictures online, but the 6-pounder, if I got the gun itself right. But, what I saw online, I kind of went with. Who knows what they painted these things. Some of the really cool casualty figures from Pendraken. And yeah, just a fantastic range. I'm really, really, really interested in the French and painting up a French force. Just don't really know. There are no scenarios in the book, Live Free or Die, for the French. So if anyone has written anything, let me know. I would love to build an order of battle to add some French to the collection to fight the British. That's the next idea, next step. I was like, well, I finished Camden. I got the British, I got the Americans. So what are we going to do next? And I really want to do some of the French figures are beautiful. I use some for my Spanish period, but just want to do something more historical. So if anyone has any idea, what to do with those, with the French and maybe some Germans in there. Here you see the poses by Pendraken are just beautiful. I mean, this is a really, really awesome line. I just love the figures. And again, I said the Continentals weren't as fun to paint. They're actually a lot of fun to get these done and get these based, and they're just beautiful. The figures kind of, paint themselves almost, and I think they look really cool like this. So again, there's the 10mm Pendraken American force for the Battle of Camden, and who knows, maybe I'll have a actual battle report at some point. All right, all the best, everyone.